Hello and good morning. Welcome back to the Initiated Mind. My name is Randy, and if you are seeing this, there could be a message here for you. So today I will be pulling from the Threads of Karma deck to get an idea of the energy and message that we will be working with today. So spirits, guides, angels, ancestors, and the Creator. What is today's message? What is today's message? What is the highest message and energy that we will be working with today, Spirit? Okay, we got one. I'm being told not these, but the bottom one on this. That's interesting. So just the bottom. So the first one up here is accept past choices. Accept your decisions, however imperfect. They brought you to where you are now. Let them go and move forward. I love this. We can't not change the past. We never can change the past. You know, it's already happened. We can't relive. I mean, we can keep reliving it in our mind, but that doesn't change what has already happened. So whatever happened in the past, you just have to accept it. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and move forward. Because what we should be doing is taking everything that we've learned about the past, every hardship, every time that we had to get over some sort of trial. You know, we grow in strength, but we also grow in knowledge. And that is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to move forward with what we've learned from the past, not let it paralyze us, you know? So accept your past choices because you cannot change them. You know, you can forgive yourself and you can forgive others. That may help you move forward. But living in the past is not going to help. We also have recognized relational wounds. Not every scar came from cruelty. Some came from absence, silence, or unmet needs. Name what hurts you. You know, and maybe this is something, because I see in here we have an older woman, as you see. And in the mirror here we have a younger woman. And we are talking about the past. So it's like a lot of these things that you haven't gotten over could be things that hurt you, you know, as a child, when you were younger. They left scars on you today. And even though you cannot change what has happened, you can face it. You can face it, and you can see. You can see it from a different perspective. What I'm getting here is that the child's perspective is so different than the adult's. And every time that the adult looks back, it's hard to see exactly what that child went through because you're no longer that child. But you still carry the pain and the scars of that child. But not every one of them was from cruelty. Again, some of them was from absence and silence of unmet needs. So maybe you just didn't get the things that you needed to grow as a child. And they have affected you here in the future. But overall, what I'm seeing here is that we need to heal. We need to heal what has happened in the past. As you know, the younger version of you needs to heal before the older version of you can move forward, is what I'm getting here. Accept your decisions, however imperfect. Whatever has happened to you, you have no other choice but to accept the decision, because you cannot change it. You can't go back and change what has happened. What you can do is look at it from a different perspective. Try to meet that child version of you halfway. You know, sometimes we do have to go back and we do have to relive things in our heads. It doesn't keep us in the past. What it does is it keeps us resonating in that energy in that moment. But if we can feel that energy and possibly be the adult, be the one that takes that younger version of you and gives them a hug and says, you know, it's okay. What happened to you is not your fault. You can let this go. Because a lot of times I feel like that's what it is we hold on to the blame as though it is something we did, and that is what leaves that emotional scar. It's the blame. We take that in ourselves. This is a hard one. This is really a hard one because this is about reflection, but it's also about healing. You have to be able to reflect in order to heal here. And that's something I don't think that you've really wanted to do until now. And I see that with the person here looking in the mirror, looking at their younger version of themselves, looking at the version of them that still carries those scars. I know I said you have to accept things, and I shouldn't have worded it that way. It's not really about accepting the difficulties that you went through or the trauma or the hurt that had happened, but accept the fact that it is in the past. Okay, it is not now in the future. It is not the energy that you want to be in now in the future. And sometimes it does take the adult version of us to be the hero for that younger self. To say, hey, the adult version of me is seeing things a little differently than I did when I was a child. Let me help you. Let me help you heal. Let me hold you. Let me pick you up. Let me tell you that everything's going to be okay. And sometimes that's what we need to do for ourselves. We need to be our own parents. We need to be our own saviors, our own heroes. So, recognize the wounds that you still carry, because those wounds, I do feel, is what's keeping you from moving forward. And if we can start to heal those wounds now, we can begin to live again. Okay? I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.